Well, good evening, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Getting set up for my live stream. Going to be kicking off 30 minutes earlier tonight. I got to pick up my daughter from the airport, so I've got to get out of here by 9:30. And we got a lot to talk about tonight. The market has been set for Bobby Wagner. Actually, Bobby Wagner has kind of set his market. Peter King this morning announced that Bobby Wagner with the Rams, there's interest there with the Rams, but they're broke ass, literally broke ass, because they basically have shot their wad on free agents and things like that, and they don't have any money. Apparently, Bobby Wagner is looking for a 1 year deal worth about $11 million. Now, here's where we are with all of this. Bobby Wagner first met the Rams, and he said it wasn't really about the money, it's about winning. He then went and met with the Baltimore Ravens, which already have a talented defense where he could be the centerpiece and be, basically treated like a god, like Ray Lewis, because that's kind of like linebacker you, if you know what I mean, as far as like Penn State. And the Baltimore Ravens have allegedly said that they're going to do a better offer than the Rams. The Rams made an offer, but of course it didn't sound like it's anywhere near the 11 million that Bobby Wagner is looking for. And now that you have Baltimore saying, well, we made a substantial offer better than the Rams, is that actually $11 million? Enter the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys, who we originally heard were kind of in the mix at the first, that Bobby Wagner had a couple of teams ahead of the Cowboys, but the Cowboys were on the list. But then again, what big name free agent isn't on the list of the Cowboys, allegedly? So here we've had him go to the Rams. The Rams don't have the money that he's looking for, and 11 million, I got to be honest, is not a whole lot. If you could get 2 or 3 years on a contract, it would actually behoove you, because you could put avoidable year onto this. You could make it so it's an easy out and kind of shift the money down the road. And that's the problem for the Rams. With him just looking for a 1 year deal, you're getting that hit right now, because you don't have any years to put it in. Stephen Jones with the owners meeting, where the owners and the coaches, except our coach, Mike McCarthy, who is actually having to stay at the office to do extra work for the Dallas Cowboys getting ready for the draft, which is exactly 1 month away from today. Stephen Jones, Jerry Jones actually being out there and speaking a lot today for the first time in well over a month. It's going on about their plans and everything else that's going on, and they figure that the money for Amari Cooper and Randy Gregory is better spent elsewhere. In fact, Jerry said he was on the phone with Randy Gregory as well as the agent and stuff, and he said El Paso. Say what? El Paso on the deal. He said El Paso, as in we're going to pass on the El Paso. Okay, I got to use that. Stephen Jones, on the other side, has basically said, we're not done in free agency. And basically, to make you long story short, now's that value time, where free agents have let the dust clear. People have gone out and they've grabbed the big name people and stuff. And now that people have less money to spend, the free agent frenzy isn't quite as frenzy now. It's kind of more like a school. Okay. The free agent frenzy is like, a whole bunch of sharks with, chum in the water. Now it's kind of like you got some minnows that are just kind of swimming around, breaking the surface, and a few seagulls come in and pick some of them off, okay? But then once in a while, you do end up getting a couple, the rockfish come in there, and they take it. Yeah, the rockfish just take, 10, 20 of those suckers right in one gut. But anyway, I digress. Now that the big fish are taken out, now that the money has been kind of spent, you can find value. Well, I'll be honest with you. If you're talking about a player of Bobby Wagner's capacity, capability, his track record, his health record, 11 million is not that bad. And so it's been my contention all along, and I mean all along, that Bobby Wagner would be a signing for the Cowboys this week for cover for Jerry Jones. Because quite frankly, $11 million to kind of take the headlines of, a paternity suit out the way for a man who's as rich as as Jerry, that's actually a pretty good deal. But we'll have to wait and see if anything happens from that. Like I said, we're going to be starting out at 8:30 tonight, so that way we can get our full hour in before I need to go ahead and go pick up my daughter. And we got a lot to talk about here because, the Dallas Cowboys, well, we crazy. We got a lot going on. But if, hate to say it, Stephen Jones doesn't get this deal done, he may get Chris rocked. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'll see you in about 45 minutes. Peace.